If you want to be able to impress friends and family by being that someone who can suddenly play all of these songs on guitar when you've had no prior experience, then stick around. This is what I call the ultimate guitar hack for absolute beginner newbie guitar players. And you will be playing songs in less time than it'll take you to watch this video. Hey there budding Campfire guitar heroes, it's Dean again, and this week I won't be bringing you one of those forgotten songs we all love to remember. I'm going to be bringing you a whole heap of songs that you'll be able to play very quickly by learning this one simple hack. Now in terms of what songs, I will leave a huge list at the end of this video so you can see what you can achieve by following what I'm about to tell you now. But I need to put a massive disclaimer to this. If you're serious about learning the guitar, then this hack won't really help you. It may help you get started on a guitar, but it's not a shortcut for you to become a real guitar player. This is more of a party trick for those that have got zero guitar experience. So I'm not going to drag this out anymore. Here's what you need to do. The first step is you're going to retune your guitar to open G tuning. You're going to learn how to bar the strings, and you're going to learn a basic strum. Now I'm going to take you through each of those steps right now, and I won't go into in-depth detail because I'm conscious I don't want to scare you away from guitar. But here is what you can realistically achieve by following these steps. We do it all, everything on our own. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? And that's the entire song, Snow Patrol, of course, chasing cars. But the first step is you need to retune your guitar. Now, most guitars will come in standard tuning, and what that means is it sounds like this when you brush the strings. Now that doesn't sound very musical at all, and that's why guitar players have to learn chords, and that is putting your fingers, blocking certain strings, and this is one of the challenges of being a guitar player. This ain't that easy, but when you can do it, you can knock out a few basic Campfire songs such as this one. I see a bad moon rising. You get the idea? And I'm playing chords to make this ordinary sounding guitar sound musical by blocking a few strings. So now by retuning this guitar to open G stringing, you're going to be making music just by having open string strumming. So it's not going to sound like that, it's going to sound like this, without you having to form chords. Of course, if you're doing this as a bit of a party trick, you need to go somewhere quiet, somewhere discreet to retune the guitar, because you don't want anyone to suspect that this guitar has been tuned up to follow this hack. And so the next thing we're going to do is get the Fender tuning app, download it from an app store, it's free, and then you're going to set it to open G tuning. Okay, so I use the auto tuner, and what we first need to do is go to open G tuning, tuner, then we scroll down, and here's all the options for tuning. Let's pick open G. Okay, we've done that. We'll go back to the auto tuner now. So let's have a go. I'll show you how to tune one string now, and then I'll quickly race through the rest until I get all 6 strings in open G tuning. Basically, you pluck the string, and I'm going to start with the fatter string first. And the app is telling me it is too low. I need to tune that down. So by tuning these tuning pegs, landed. Go to the next one. Okay, you got the idea. That's how to use a tuning app. You pluck a string, you follow the lead on the app until you get it about right, and then you move on to the next string. So now we've got the guitar tuned to open G. This is what it sounds like when you strum the strings open. It's actually a G note, and it sounds pretty good. And of course, what you can do now is play a few basic songs by just blocking all 6 strings further up the fretboard. And the key ones here is you're going to look at the 5th fret, and you're going to look at the 7th fret and have open string. Now, let's do Bad Moon Rising. Now there is a whole host of songs you can play with those 3 notes. As I said, I'll leave a list at the end of the video. But let's get down this technique now, because of course you need to know how to make some basic strumming motions, and you need to know how to block the strings. And of course I've made it easy for you, because blocking the strings, you don't have to get your fingers in all sorts of different places. You only need to get your pointer finger across all 6 strings, and you're pushing at the back. So I'll flip it around here. You're using your thumb, and then you're pushing down. And even if you find that hard, what you do is you get your bird finger and you lay it over top of your pointer finger to give you that extra pressure, and then you can press down. That's how it should sound on the 5th fret. Open, 5th fret, 7th fret. Now in the guitar world, these chords are known as the 1, 4, 5 chord. I won't go into that theory now, but let's just call it open, 5th fret, and 7th fret. And just to be clear, if you're an absolute newbie with guitar, the frets are these spaces between the metal strips on your guitar, and you need to press the strings down in between those metal strips. So the one here is the 5th fret, and I'll be pushing down with all my might on those strings. On the 7th fret. And here are a few songs you can play just by knowing that open, the 5, or the 5th fret, and the 7th fret. Let's try the one I played earlier, Bad Moon Rising. I see a bad moon rising. And the order there is I'm doing the open, then I'm doing the 7th fret, and then I'm coming down to the 5th fret. Back to the open. A Rod Stewart / Sheryl Crow song where I'll be doing a bit of a circle of the chords, where it's the open, and then it's the 7th fret, and then it's the 5th fret, then it's the 7th fret, then it's back to the open. The first chord is the deepest, baby I know. The first chord is the deepest. When it comes to being lucky, she's cursed. Get the idea? Hey folks, if this sort of music is your thing on guitar, then you'll definitely want to check out my new songbook. It features the best songs from all of my YouTube tutorials in the first year. All of them sound great around a campfire, so check out the link in the description below and you will have an instant song repertoire. So you got the hang of that, alright? It's about blocking these strings. Use your 2 fingers together to get that extra strength, thumb at the back. But of course, what do you do at this end? This is what we call strumming. Now the basic strum is just a down strum. And what I'd suggest if you're learning to strum for the very first time is you use your pointer finger. Bit of a fingernail there, but use your pointer finger. Some people brush with their thumb. Look, you can do that if you feel comfortable, but you get more sound out of the guitar when you use your pointer finger. So let's just do a basic down strum now. Down, 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 down. Okay, and then an up strum, of course, is when you're going down and then you're bringing your finger back up over the strings. So as an absolute beginner, I suggest you just get used to starting with down strums to the beat of the song that you want to learn, and then you throw in a few little up strums and you'll get the hang of it over time, especially when you don't have to worry about what's going on at this end of the guitar, because all you're doing is that cheats thing I've shown you, open strums, blocking the 5th and blocking the 7th. Shake it up, baby, now, shake it up, baby. Twist and shout, come on, come on, come on, baby, now. Come on, baby, come on, work it on out, work it on out. Rise up this morning, smile at the rising sun. 3 little birds by my doorstep, singing sweet song. A melody pure and true, singing this. One other option to strum is if you happen to have one of these lying around, which is a pick. All guitar players use picks, or most do anyway. It certainly gives more volume to your strumming. It can sound a bit harsh when you don't know how to use one of these that well, But look, you're just trying to get this party trick up and running in 5 minutes, so let me demo for you now. So if you can get your guitar sounding just like I did there, you're well on your way to impressing your friends and family without knowing anything substantial about playing guitar. But of course, if you want to learn how to play the guitar properly, you need to do the hard yards. You need to go back to basics, learn chord patterns, learn strumming, learn picking, that whole box and dice, but that's a lesson for another day. So there you have it, folks. That's how to play the guitar without actually knowing how to play the guitar. Now, as promised, I've got a whole list of songs that you can play using that open fret, 5th fret and 7th fret shape. I'll leave a link below. It's yours, free to download from a Patreon page. And if you got any value out of today, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you again next week.